So today we're going over Unit 13 of English Vocabulary in Use, the advanced level. Unit 13, Emotions and Reactions. Let's dive in.
Strong desires. Pregnant women crave or have a craving for strange things like tuna and banana pizza. It means
pizza.
دارم فرانسوی بگم. اینو بعد پرونانس بکنیم تش رو با اینکه نداره.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, pizza.
Okay, it means want very strongly.
Yeah.
So
crave as a verb, or have a craving for something. Using crave as a noun. Have a craving for something means to want something very much. All the verbs in part A mean to want something very much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Young children often seem to have a thirst for knowledge. It means feel very strongly that you want.
That you want. Feel very strongly that you want.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes my cousin just yearns to be on her own with no family responsibilities. It means if you yearn to do or yearn for or have a yearning for something, it means that you want something that you don't have and often can never have.
You can often you can never have, or it is very difficult to obtain it, to get it. Yeah, yearn for something, or you can say long for something, using long as a verb. Long for something.
Long for something. Okay.
Yeah.
Long with O.
Long. Yeah. Long for something.
Okay. Next one. An Olympic gold medal is probably the most coveted sporting prize. To covet something means to want to possess it very much.
Possess it very much means to have it. Yeah, possess it very much means to have. Possess.
Yeah.
So part A, strong desire. Okay, desire itself means a strong wish to do or to have something. Desire. Okay, you can use it either as a verb or as a noun. Desire. Okay, strong desires. So pregnant women crave or have a craving for strange things like tuna and banana pizza. Then we had thirst, or have a thirst for something. Yearn to something. Yearn to do, yearn for, or have a yearning for. And the last one, covet. Covet is the verb. Coveted here is the adjective with the superlative form, the most coveted sporting prize. So by adding ed, we have made the adjective form, but you can also use covet itself as a verb. Covet. Yeah. An Olympic. I think you mispronounced that word. An Olympic gold medal. Yeah. Any question from this part?
No, thank you.
Okay, and then we said we had the word long for. Yeah, another synonym for the words in part A. Long for something. Part B.
Reacting to other people's emotions. Lottie tried to diffuse the tension by changing the subject. It means make a dangerous or tense situation calmer.
Dangerous. Yeah, calmer. Exactly. Dangerous or tense situation. If a situation is tense, it means that people are angry or nervous in that situation. A tense situation. Yeah, diffuse.
Tense situations means angry situations. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Next one.
Angry. H. Okay. Bomb shot.
Second one.
Yeah, Tim was very angry with his daughter, and it took her a long time to placate him. Placate him. It means stop someone feeling angry.
Exactly. Placate or pacify. To make somebody feel less angry. Pacify or placate.
Can you spell pacify?
Yes, of course. P-A-C-I.
اینجا مشکل داشت. Okay.
F-Y, pacify.
Okay.
Tim was very angry with his daughter. You can link these words with his daughter. You can drop the H in the word his. Exactly, with his daughter. And it took her a long time. Exactly, and it took her a long time to placate him. Yes. Yes, if the word that word there is the H letter in it and it is pronounced, doesn't have isn't stressed in the sentence, like and it took her. It's not a stressed word. Okay, we can drop the H and link the words together. Took her a long time to pacify him.
Okay. An independent advisor has been brought in to conciliate between the unions and the employer. And a disagreement between two people or groups by acting in a friendly way towards both sides. Towards both sides. It's a formal word.
Conciliate. Again, it means placate, pacify. Again, all the words in part B mean the same thing. We just use them differently in different contexts. All of them mean to make people less angry. Conciliate. Yeah, an independent advisor. An independent advisor has been brought in to conciliate between the unions and the employer. And the employer. We can pronounce the like the because employer begins with a vowel. Yeah.
Vowel. Okay.
Yeah.
When we have vowel after the, we have to pronounce the like the. Yeah.
The, exactly. The.
Okay, great.
Although
appeasing the enemy.
Appeasing
the enemy. Yeah. Although appeasing the enemy postponed the war for another year, it didn't ultimately prevent it from happening. It means end a disagreement by giving the other side an advantage that they are demanding. Normally used in a disapproving way. It's a formal. Disapproving way. It's a formal word.
Exactly. Although appeasing the enemy postponed the war, here I pronounced that like the because I had a pause. When people speaking, when they have pauses, they also pronounce the word da like the, exactly. Although appeasing the enemy postponed the war for another year, it didn't ultimately prevent it from happening. Ultimately here means finally, in the end.
Finally, yeah.
Ultimately. And the disagreement. Again, Maliha, disagreement, not disagreement.
آره من اصلا هنوز متوجه نشدم کجا باید بگم اونو نمیفهمم.
You are not supposed to look for rules, okay? You just memorize it.
بعد میگن فرانسه بیقانونه. فرانسه قانون داره خوندنه.
Exactly. I totally agree with you on this. I had this I had this idea before starting to learn um, French. Okay, I thought that, I mean, by hearing from people around me, I thought that there are a lot of exceptions and there aren't any specific rules, so I'm going to be really bewildered and confused with the language, but it's totally the opposite, totally the opposite. There are very clear rules, and believe me, I can do it. I can do it for you.
At first it seems complicated, but after I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 months, when you learn what are the rules, it will become, yeah. It becomes more. It becomes easier than your imagination.
Exactly. And in terms of, again, rules, especially pronunciation rules, it's very straightforward than English. Or in terms of the articles, definite articles or indefinite articles, I just love the way that French people use articles. But in English, even after, almost 15 years of learning English and teaching it as well, I still have problems with, the article, especially the definite article, the. Sometimes you overuse it because some usages, some of its functions are beyond the rules. But in French, you just know it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Disagreement. So we just memorize it. Disagreement.
Okay, disagreement and disapproving.
Exactly, disapproving. Language help.
A useful adjective from placate is implacable.
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 See?
Yeah. Implacable. Okay, it is used about someone's opinions and feelings, and it means that they cannot be changed. Example, I cannot understand the implacable hatred that he still feels for his old rival. Placable doesn't exist.
See, what kind of language is this? What kind of rule, what kind of word formation is this? Implacable, but placable itself doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Rival, do you remember the meaning of rival?
به جان خودم remember بودم الان یادم.
Someone that you compete with them.
Yeah.
Rival.
Yeah, rival.
Okay. Any question from part B?
No.
So, which one or which ones were new for you? Diffuse, placate, conciliate, and appease.
The last 3 words, placate, conciliate, and appeasing. I didn't hear none of them.
Okay, very good.
It was correct. I didn't hear none of them. Is correct.
I didn't know any of them, or I knew none of them.
I knew none of them. Okay.
Okay. Part C.
Being extremely happy. Exultant. Feeling great pleasure and happiness, usually because of a success. More formal than ecstatic. Sarah was in an exultant mood, was ecstatic after her great exam results.
Okay, wait here for a moment. Exultant. Okay. You would also hear people pronouncing it like exultant. No T or no D. We just replace it with a We just replace it with a schwa. Exultant.
Exultant.
Exactly, exultant. We call that sound glottal stop or stop T, which is really common in British English and also American English. So exultant, and it's a formal one. The synonym would be triumphant. Yeah, stress is on the second syllable. Triumphant.
Triumphant.
Yeah. Triumphant. 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 You know that when we have T and R together, especially at the beginning of the word, it's more like the ch sound, triumphant. I don't say triumphant, although it's correct.
Triumphant.
Yeah.
Okay, it's synonym of exultant, yeah?
Exactly. Exultant and triumphant. And then there is the word ecstatic. It's less formal than exultant. Sarah was in an exultant mood, or Sarah was ecstatic after her great exam results. Okay, to rejoice.
To rejoice, be extremely happy. Formal, that it's a formal word. Now, she put examples. And everyone rejoiced at the news of her recovery.
Everyone rejoiced at the news of her recovery. At the news, rejoice at the news. It is totally worth, the memorizing it. Everyone rejoiced at the news of her recovery. And then? Jubilant.
Jubilant, expressing great happiness, especially at a victory. It's a formal word. There were jubilant shouts as the results of the referendum were announced.
Referendum. There were jubilant shouts as the results of the referendum were announced.
Okay. Bless, perfect happiness, often collocates with utter and sheer.
Sheer.
Adjective, blissful. The adverb blissfully often collocate with happy, ignorant, and
ignorant.
Ignorant. Ignorant and unaware. We had a fabulous holiday on a beautiful island. 7 days of utter or sheer bliss. They are blessedly happy even though they're poor. Yeah.
So bliss is another word to express someone's, to describe someone's happiness. Perfect happiness. Bliss. It collocates with utter and sheer. We use utter and sheer to emphasize on the, amount of happiness. Okay, utter and sheer.
Dear Sima, what should we pronounce the word پر به معنای ریختن؟
Poor. Again, poor.
Poor.
Yeah, they're homophones.
Okay.
Utter and sheer, so we use them to emphasize. The adjective is blissful. Of course, bliss was a noun. The adverb blissfully often collocates with happy and ignorant and unaware. So when you say blissfully ignorant or blissfully unaware, it doesn't mean, it doesn't have to do with happiness anymore. It means you're completely unaware of something. Blissfully unaware, blissfully ignorant. So we had a fabulous holiday on a beautiful island. It's island, not island. We had a fabulous holiday on a beautiful island, 7 days of utter or sheer bliss. They are blissfully happy even though they're poor. Even though they're poor. So is everything clear up to here?
Yes.
I just wanted to, I've made a note here. Referendum is a noun, of course. When we want to, use a verb with it, we say to hold a referendum. To hold a referendum.
To hold a referendum.
Referendum.
Aha, دیدم. Okay.
Second paragraph.
There are a number of informal expressions which mean to be very happy. You look full of the joys of spring today. اینجا باید با هم گفتم spring today. Why are you smiling all the time?
You can all of these mean to be happy, and all of them are informal. You can pronounce it the word today, like today. You don't have to say today. Yeah, today.
Okay. Today.
You look full of the joys of spring, full of the joys of spring today. Why are you smiling all the time? Means to be very happy. Next one.
My daughters just had a baby girl. They're thrilled to bits at the news. I feel on top of the world. It's great to have a job again. این یه چیز دیگه بود ببخشید. اون جمله اول تموم شد.
Yeah, my daughters just had a baby girl. What's the apostrophe S here? My daughters just had a baby girl. Grammar testing.
My daughter. It's not is it?
It's not is. No, yeah. It's definitely not is.
Yeah.
Can it be you say it? Can it indicate possession?
حالا میگم نمیفهمم پوزیشن چی. No, I don't.
No. So it's the reduction for the word has. My daughter has just had a baby girl.
اینو بررسی کردم ولی ذهنم جواب نداد. یعنی has نیامد تو ذهنم. فهمیدی چی شد؟
Yeah. What about just? What does just mean here? My daughter's just had a baby girl.
I think it means exactly right now, a moment later.
Before.
Yeah,
a short time ago.
گفتم later صدیق بعدش بگو.
صدیق بعدش. Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, a short time ago. Just here means a short time ago. Americans use it a lot. Just. I just had dinner. Not only with a present perfect, but also with simple past as well. I just had dinner. It means I had dinner a short time ago. So my daughters just had a baby girl. We're thrilled to bits at the news. We're thrilled to bits at the news. To bits means very much. So when you're thrilled, to bits means you're excited and you're pleased and happy very much. Thrilled to bits. I feel
on top of the world. It's great to have a job again.
I feel on top of the world. You can say it like this. Feel on top of the world.
Feel on top of the board.
Exactly, top of the world. World, and it's world.
We have to pronounce L.
Yeah. It's great to have a job again. So it means I'm very happy. Next one. Yes, say it.
I think we can translate these phrase such as رو آسمونام.
Yeah, or رو ابرام. رو آسمونام. Exactly. I feel on top of the world.
Yeah. I've been floating or walking on air ever since I heard I got into drama school.
I've been floating or walking on air ever since I heard I got into drama school. I've been floating. I've been walking. Present perfect continuous. Float
Yeah.
or walk on air again means to be very happy.
What are the children cardboard ever here? Ever since, what's the difference between ever since and since?
They don't have a very big difference. Ever since and since mean
اگر
since
since
I
خالی هم
heard.
میگفت اوکی بود.
Yeah. It means from the moment that I heard until now. Ever since or since.
Okay. How did you feel when you scored the winning goal? I was over the moon.
I was
Moon,
over the
moon,
moon.
moon, moon.
Moon. Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
No, thank you. I asked my questions during نه بذار یه چیز قشنگ‌تر بگم. While reading.
Okay, very good. اینجا چی نوشتم؟ نوت. هنوز چیزشون نرسید. خب. Let me turn on the comments. So, exercise 1. What are we supposed to do?
Choose one of the words below each sentence to fill the gaps.
خب. Number 1. Mr. Qaheri is supposed to help us in doing this exercise. خب.
I often find I blah blah sweet things when I'm studying, but I try to resist.
What is the answer? I often find I crave for sweet things.
Crave for sweet things.
I often find I crave for sweet things when I'm studying, but I try to resist. Resist means I try to oppose. Okay. Number 2.
Martha is very good at blah 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 difficult situations. Mr. Qaheri already answered this question.
What is the answer then? Martha is very good at
diffusing.
Diffusing difficult situations.
Yeah. Number 3. Everyone is blah 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 to bets that Karim was so successful in the competition. Competition.
I always just mistake these two pronunciations for each other. Competition. Yeah.
Competition. Okay.
So what is the answer, everyone?
Thrilled.
Yeah, everyone thrilled to bits that Karim was so successful in the competition. Number 4.
If he has a tantrum, you mustn't try to blah 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 him. Don't give in.
If he has a tantrum, you mustn't try to appease. Exactly. You mustn't try to appease him. Don't give in.
Yeah.
It means give in means to agree unwillingly, to relinquish. Yeah? Yeah, relinquish. It's a new word for me as well. Relinquish means to give in, to give up.
Can you spell relinquish?
RELINQUISH. Relinquish. Don't give in. Don't relinquish. Tantrum. Tantrum is a sudden, short, unreasonable behavior, especially in a child. Tantrum. An unreasonable behavior usually lasts for a short time, and we see them in children.
Can we translate as lejaja, for example?
Yeah, it can be.
بیعقلی.
از اون بهتره مثلا I don't know the exact Persian equivalence, but we see them a lot in children, you know, they just cry unreasonably, wanting something. Tantrum.
Okay.
Number 5.
When Jess retires, there will probably be a lot of internal applicants for what must be the most blah 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 job in the company. The company.
The most what?
Coveted.
Coveted, exactly. The most coveted, the most wanted job in the company. Number 6. Fortunately,
her parents were blah 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 ignorant of what was going on.
Her parents were.
I don't know if he answered the question or not, but I think the answer is blissfully.
Exactly, blissfully. Fortunately, her parents were blissfully ignorant of what was going on. Means completely, totally. Exercise 2. Read the comments, then answer the questions.
Okay, role 1. I just want to learn more and more about science, story, and history, everything.
History,
everything. Katie, I'm just longing to return to my homeland, or in line 2, line 2 that you said in part A.
کجا داری میخونی؟
Katie, I'm just longing to return to... Okay, to return to my homeland again, but I don't think I ever will. William, I'd give anything to own that motorbike of Nick's. It's so fantastic. Countdown, there is no need to be, pardon me, Ashley, countdown, there's no need to be so cross.
Cross means here angry or annoyed.
Angry. Okay. Number 1, who is yearning to do something? Katie.
Yeah, I'm just longing to return to my homeland again, but I don't think I ever will. So she's yearning to go back to her homeland. Number 2.
Who is placating? No,
placating
on implacable. Okay, who is placating someone? Ashley. Let me see. Calm down. There is no need to be so cross.
Exactly. Number 3.
Number 3. Who has the thirst for something? Rowan. I just want to learn more and more about science, history, and everything.
Okay, and number 4.
Who covets something? William. I'd give anything to own that motorbike of Nick's. It's so fantastic.
Awesome, thank you so much. Now moving to exercise 3. Match the sentence beginnings on the left with the endings on the right. So here comes the answer for number 1. So Lucy has been walking.
Should I say?
Yeah.
On error since she got her promotion.
Exactly. Lucy has been walking on air since she got her promotion. Number 2.
Beth is full of the joys of spring.
Exactly. Beth is full of the joys of spring. Number 3.
Eva seems to be blissfully unaware of all the problems.
Blissfully unaware of all the problems. Exactly. Thank you. Number 4.
Everyone rejoiced. Everyone rejoiced when they heard that the war had ended. War
had ended. Everyone rejoiced when they heard that the war had ended.
Yeah.
Which tense?
which tense had ended چیز دیگه الان بهت میگم past party نه بابا چی میگم past participle past perfect.
Exactly, past perfect. When we're talking about past and we want to refer to a point before that time, we use past perfect. Everyone rejoiced when they heard that the war had ended. Number 5,
Sam is feeling on top of the world since he got his PhD.
World, Maliha, world.
Pardon me, world.
It's not O, okay? World.
World.
Exactly, world. I know it's difficult.
World. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sam is feeling on top of the world since he got his PhD. And number 6.
His parents were thrilled to bits when he won the medal.
When he won.
Medal.
Medal. Yeah. Won.
این دیگه کجا بچه بودیم نمیگفتن وان.
بچه بودیم آخه به ما درست یاد ندادن دیگه میگفتن برای همین رفته تو ذهنمون. اون تا بحث اینجاست که درست به همون یاد ندادن. Okay. No, I understand. On top of the world since he got his PhD. نه این نبود. چی بود? Her parents were thrilled to bits when he won the medal. Yeah. Now exercise 4. Answer these questions.
If a politician talks about someone...
If a politician
talks about someone appeasing someone else, is he or she expressing approval? No.
Approval. It's not vol, it's vol. Approval. Vol.
حالا اون اولش چی اینم آخرش approval.
Yeah.
Approval. Okay. And no, appeasing means disapproval.
Yeah, it's connected with disapproval. It's not something that people accept. Appeasing. Okay. Number 2.
Would fans be more likely to be called a jubilant or blissful? Jubilant or blissful if their team won the World Cup?
Yeah. Which one? Blissful or jubilant?
Jubilant.
Yeah, because it means to be very happy, especially because of a victory. So winning the World Cup is a victory. So jubilant is more appropriate than blissful. Number 3.
If someone tried to conciliate between two neighbors who each claimed the other was too noisy, what would that person be trying to do? That person would find the compromise. Compromise or a solution.
Yeah, or we can just, give the definition which is given here, conciliate. That people will be trying to end the disagreement between two people or groups by acting in a friendly way towards both sides. This is conciliating.
Yeah. If you are trying to placate someone, is it likely that they are A, angry, or B, overexcited? Angry.
Yeah, we placate someone who is angry. And number 5.
If after a conflict someone is thirsting for a revenge, is it likely they are ready to forget the conflict or not? It means they are not ready to forget the conflict.
Exactly. If after a conflict someone is thirsting for revenge, Is it likely that they are ready to forget the conflict or not? No, it's totally the opposite. They want to take the revenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. 45 minutes and we're done.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, especially Mr. Qahiri and my dear friend Sakine, for helping us in doing the exercises. Now there is the last exercise. I will just read the question, and if you wish, if you feel ready, you can answer the question.
Okay.
Think of an occasion when you felt ecstatic about something, when you had to diffuse a difficult situation, and when you had to placate someone. Actually, there are three questions: an occasion when you felt ecstatic, when you diffused a situation, and when you had to placate someone. So do you have any memory regarding these three questions or not? Of course, they can be personal and you may not want to share it with us in case you have something to say.
Let me think about.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay, ecstatic about something.
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic. Okay. For sure. Everyone had a lot of ecstatic situations in their life. بعد میگن سالها میگن their life. That's correct.
آره خیلی خوب میشه. That's way better than saying his, her life, their life. Totally correct.
Okay, their love. But if I wanna say one related things, I remember. I don't know, maybe 6 years ago, if I remember correctly. I wanted to apply for Quebec skilled worker, and I had to pass a TEF exam. For French exam. Yeah, I didn't have any idea about the exam, but I just wanted to pass listening skill, because each skill had an appropriate score for the profile. So I just spent, I think, 20 days for preparing for the exam. I had to take B2
I had to get B2.
Yeah, I had to get B2 in each skill. At that time, I wanted to take B2 in listening in French language. So yeah, I prepared about 20 days. I just prepared. I was prepared. 20 days, and after exam, you can't see your score at the moment that your exam was finished.
You cannot see the result right after the exam.
You can see the result right after the exam.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that must be really.
Yeah. It's very it's a kind of stress situation, and at
stressful.
A stressful situation, and at the same time exciting situation. So yeah, I passed all the questions. I didn't have any idea what I did, and then when I saw B2 on the computer screen, I was very ecstatic. Yeah, I was very ecstatic. Yeah, and my husband was waiting for me in front of the Tehran University. I passed my exam in Tehran University. Yeah,
I took my exam.
Pardon me. I took my exam in Tehran University, and I came out and told him, yeah, I got B2, and I was very ecstatic.
I totally understand you, because the same happened to me just, I think, a week ago. When I received my IELTS results, And last week or the week before that, I told you that the listening section was a little bit hard for me. You remember? I said that I answered almost 6 of the questions just, with by chance, and I had no idea. So answering 6 questions wrong out of 46 questions out of 4 makes your band score 7.5. Okay? Yeah. But my listening was 8.5. It means that only the 3 of the questions were I answered them incorrectly, and I was on top of the world.
Yeah, that's great.
See, my reading, the band score for reading was 9. I wasn't happy for that because I already knew that I answered all of the questions correctly. Reading 9, but listening 8.5, that made me even happier than the result of the reading.
Can you borrow me your scores?
Of course, why not?
Them right now.
Why? Isn't the result of the CELPIP pleasing?
Not too. Not. They weren't terrible, but they weren't
excellent as well.
Yeah, pleasant. I got 8.8 and 7.7 in 4 skills. They are different from IELTS exam scores.
What about CLB? Do they stand for CLB 9 or 8?
No, 8.
8, okay. But if you wish, I can borrow you I can lend you my scores. So there's a question here. Their lives or their life, both of them are correct. Their lives or their life.
Okay.
Both is correct. Any other question, Maliha Jun?
No, thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing this memorable memory with us. And I see a great change in your speaking.
Really?
Yeah, a great shift, a great change in your speaking.
But in the exam, I was like this.
In all the exams, it's like that. The examiners must consider, or the people who correct your speaking or your writing, they must consider that you're performing under exam situation, under stress. But most of the times they don't.
Under stress, besides stress, it was the last skill that I had to I had to do. I had to do. So I was very tired at that time. After about 3 hours, I have to start to speaking, and it was difficult for me. Yeah. I was kind of tired. Yeah.
So, are you aiming to take another exam and get CLB 9?
Yes.
Okay. If you need any help, I'm at your service. I'm glad to help you.
Thank you, dear Sima. Thank you for all your help.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So next session, Unit 14, and please review Unit 12.
Okay.
Take care and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.